Rome's 10 rarest Christian relics you can actually view. Ever wondered what it feels like to stand inches from the nail that pierced Christ? In Rome's dim basilicas, relics, so powerful they changed wars and popes, hide in plain sight, shown to the public only on certain days, sometimes behind secret doors. In the next few minutes, we'll unlock 10 of them, from a thorn of the crown to the chains that shattered under a miracle, plus the tricks locals use to see them up close. Ready to step beyond the velvet ropes? Let's begin our countdown. Number 10. Tomb of Saint Catherine of Siena. Beneath the marble slab of Santa Maria sopra Minerva, consecrated in 1370 on the ruins of a Roman temple to Minerva, lies St. Catherine of Siena, the 14th century mystic whose letters helped negotiate the papacy's return to Rome in 1377. Her effigy, by sculptor Domenico della Porta, 1480, crowns the tomb, and a glass panel confessio lets you peer at her remains directly under the high altar. Tip: arrive early to kneel in quiet before her tomb, as this intimate Gothic church quickly fills with devotees drawn by her legacy of peacemaking. Number 9. Head of St. John the Baptist. In San Silvestro in Capite, originally built in the 8th century and later restored by Pope Sixtus IV in 1471, you'll find the upper portion of John's skull, venerated here since the 12th century when the relic was transferred from the Lateran. Set into a lifelike wax bust and encased in a Baroque reliquary by the Zuccari brothers, 17th century, this relic invites contemplation on John's martyrdom under Herod Antipas. The chapel to the left of the entrance is usually open. Step forward quietly, and photography without flash is permitted. Number 8. Tomb of St. Paul. At St. Paul outside the walls, the 4th century basilica, commissioned by Emperor Constantine and rebuilt after the 1823 fire, descend into the marble-paved confessio, beneath the high altar, to see Paul's marble sarcophagus. Inscribed, Paulo Apostolo Mart, it rests atop the remains of a 1st century coffin unearthed by Pope Pius XII's excavations in 1950. No ticket is required. Simply walk down the steps, pause before the glass panel, and reflect on Paul's missionary journeys that shaped the Christian world. Number 7. Chains of St. Peter. San Pietro in Vincoli, founded in AD 442 by the Gothic king Valentinian III, enshrines the iron fetters that bound Peter in Jerusalem and Rome. According to legend, when Pope Leo I compared the two chains in 440, they fused into one unbroken loop. Housed in a Renaissance reliquary designed by Antonio da Sangallo the Younger, 1540, the heavy links lie beneath the high altar amid tombs of popes and cardinals. The church is free and open daytime. Stand at the rail to examine the inscriptions and imagine Peter's miraculous liberation. Number 6. Pillar of the Scourging. In Santa Prassede's 9th century chapel of St. Zeno, an unassuming marble fragment, just over half a meter tall, claims to be part of the column where Roman soldiers brutally whipped Jesus before his crucifixion. Crafted from dark diorite and brought to Rome by Cardinal Giovanni Colonna in 1223, this relic sits behind protective iron grills, within a golden chapel lined with opus sectile mosaics depicting Christ's Passion. Pope Paschal I commissioned the chapel around 820 to house Jerusalem's sacred artifacts, and its cosmic star motifs draw your eye upward as you consider the suffering this stone witnessed. Photography is allowed, no flash. Stand close to feel the grooves worn by centuries of veneration and imagine the echoes of that painful moment in a distant praetorium. Number 5. Holy Crib Fragments. Santa Maria Maggiore. Consecrated by Pope Sixtus III in 432 on the Esquiline Hill, houses 5 sycamore wood fragments from the Bethlehem manger. According to legend, they were brought by St. Jerome's patron, Pope Leo I, in the 5th century. Vallardier's crystal reliquary, 1802, glows beneath the cosmotesque floor. On Christmas Eve, the chapel explodes in light during papal mass. No fee. Descend the steps under the richly frescoed triumphal arch and approach the cradle-shaped chest to venerate the Incarnation's humble beginnings.
Number 4. Scala Sancta and Sancta Sanctorum.
Brought to Rome by Saint Helena in 326, the 28 marble steps of the Scala Sancta were part of Pilate's Praetorium in Jerusalem. Encased in wood to preserve the worn marble, pilgrims still ascend them on knees, pausing to pray and touch each step. At the summit, through an iron grille, glimpse the Sancta Sanctorum chapel, built as Pope Gregory IV's private oratory in the 9th century, home to the Achairopoeta, Holy Saviour icon. Tip: for full access to the richly frescoed interior and papal altarpiece, purchase the €4 ticket at the side entrance during listed hours.
Number 3. Tomb of St. Peter.
St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City, laid out by Bramante in 1506 and crowned by Michelangelo's dome in 1590, is built directly over what pilgrims have long venerated as the Apostles' burial site. Beneath the altar of the Confession lies a multi-layered necropolis, unearthed in the Scavi excavations led by Pope Pius XII from 1940 to 1949. Through the Confessio's gilded grille, you glimpse a 1st century rock tomb marked Petrus, while a guided Scavi tour, book at least 6 months ahead, lets you descend narrow, candlelit corridors to stand inches from the original slab. Tip: wear sturdy shoes and request the English language tour early. Spaces fill fast, and in the hush of the ancient crypt, you'll feel the weight of 2 millennia.
Number 2. True Cross and Titulus Crucis.
Santa Croce in Gerusalemme began as Empress Helena's private chapel, circa AD 325. Its floor literally layered with earth she shipped from Golgotha, so Romans could kneel on Holy Land. In today's dusky Cappella delle Reliquie, refitted by Baroque master Alessandro Algadi in 1639, you'll confront 2 walnut-sized splinters of the true cross, flanked by a deeply pitted iron nail that once held flesh to wood. Hovering just above is the Titulus Crucis, Pilate's trilingual placard proclaiming Jesus Nazarenus Rex Iudeorum. Hidden behind bricks until workmen exposed it in 1492 and authenticated by modern paleographers, the weathered cedar tablet now glows in a silver gilt frame. Plan your visit for the lull between the noon closure and evening mass. Ushers dim the lights, Gregorian chant fills the chapel, and for a few minutes you may feel transported to Calvary.
Number 1. Crown of Thorns fragments.
Just around the corner from the True Cross and Titulus Crucis chapel, 2 delicate thorns from Jesus' crown of thorns rest within a starburst-shaped reliquary commissioned in 1593 by Cardinal Stefano Conti. Tradition holds that Saint Helena brought these from Jerusalem in AD 326, alongside the cross relics. By the late medieval period, their whereabouts were lost, but in 1492, masons uncovered them, hidden behind the Titulus's masonry, and they were solemnly authenticated by church scholars. Over the centuries, they survived iconoclastic zeal, Napoleonic seizures, and wartime bombardment. Each thorn's blood-red tip a testament to its endurance. Photography is prohibited. Let the soft candlelight reveal their fragile spikes and transport you to Christ's final walk through Jerusalem.
Thanks for traveling with us. Which relic moved you most? Subscribe for more hidden history and tap the video on screen to roam smarter. Your next sacred adventure awaits in the Eternal City.